Hello. Oh, wait a minute, see if anybody joins before I start going into what I'm talking about today. I gotta get a better lighting setup for these because I got a big bright lamp, which is 1,000,000 degrees right by my head. Not ideal. Well, the reason I decided to go live was not because I expected anyone to join, but because I was too lazy to edit a video for this haul. And because kind of freaks me out to go live, and figure it's kind of important to push yourself sometimes. So I went to a shop today that I go to fairly frequently. It's pretty close and it has a large selection. It's usually pretty picked through, but every once in a while you can find something at like cover price or just a few bucks that someone hasn't unearthed. But one thing they do, I'm not going to name the shop because I'm about to badmouth them a little bit. They tape their bags with masking tape, which is insane. So I had to cut them all with a knife because you can't peel it off. I don't know if they're thinking of that. It can't be cheaper. Maybe it is. So I bought a few books. I'm going to go through them quickly because I don't want this to go on for too long. And I didn't get anything especially exciting, but some interesting finds. My third copy. I decided that anytime I find one, I was going to buy it. To see how many I accumulate because it's the GOAT. Okay. I bought this Avengers #7 cover because I like Ghost Rider a lot and I like prehistoric animals a lot, and it's a rad cover. If you follow my channel, you know I love Alpha Flight, and so I got 2 Alpha Flight books. This is the first appearance of Omega Flight, and this is an homage cover to X-Men 109, which is the first Guardian / Weapon Alpha / the guy with a million names, but this dude. So just a cool companion piece. Not really worth anything. Picked up a Sleepwalker #1 because it was cheap. I don't have it. I was looking for a Dark Hawk. They did not have it, but for some reason, maybe because they came out around the same time or something, but I kind of associate those 2 books, this and Dark Hawk. So figured it's the next best thing to pick up. My first really, I guess, cool find hype book I picked up was this Amazing Spider-Man #10, first Spider-Punk. Sure, it will not be a long-term hot book, but hot right now, and it was $3, so couldn't resist the hype. And speaking of Spider-Punk, I got 1, 2, and 3, all for cover price. Picked up this New Mutants #9. It's the first appearance of Selene Gallego, something like that, who's apparently supposed to be the oldest mutant ever. Spec book, and it is a newsstand copy, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Thor 617, first appearance of Kid Loki, another spec book. Marvel just announced something with Loki today, and the key collector app. Said that this might be a good pickup, and again, it was like $3, so I figured why not? If put it in the trash, if nothing else, nothing comes of it, or just hold on to it and say, hey, remember when that was a hot book for like a week? Trying to pick up all of Craven's Last Hunt, so I got these 2 Amazing Spider-Man books. It's 2 out of the 6, and this one is Newsstand copy. Picked up the first cameo and full appearance of the Flurkin. I like cats. I like Carol Danvers, so I didn't have these books. And speaking of Carol Danvers, didn't get the one that everyone wants, 164, but I did get 163 at a very fair price. And Newsstand. So I'm going to talk about Newsstand really quickly versus direct editions. Honestly, it's not something I ever really cared about. If all else is equal, I understand that people want the Newsstand copies more because they're harder to find in good condition. So if I'm looking at 2 identical books, I'll pick up the Newsstand. But if I'm looking at 2 books and a direct edition is a nicer copy, I'm going to buy a direct edition. Like, I don't really care that much. But I know that a lot of people do really hunt them down and put a lot of stock into the added value of a direct edition. And I get it. As comic collectors, we're always trying to be on the hunt for things we're looking for, the best condition, the rarest stuff, and newsstands are just harder to find, especially in good condition. I don't really know that it affects the price that much, but for example, my New Mutants 87 that I just got back from grading, which was in another one of my videos, it says like on the slab Newsstand edition. So it is something that is taken into account and actually classified. So, what's up, Tony? Thanks for joining. Right at the end, but I'll recap a little for you quickly. I don't know if you've heard anything or if you just heard me talking about New Mutants 87. Yeah, I've done that before at work. Don't tell anyone. Probably shouldn't say that on camera. Okay, so what I picked up today really quickly. Uncanny X-Men 163, Newsstand edition. They didn't have any 164s, not surprisingly. First cameo and full appearance of the Flurkin, these cat things. Anything Captain Marvel, I figure right now is a nice buy. 2 out of the 6 Craven Last Hunt books. Again, one of them's Newsstand. First appearance of Kid Loki. New Mutants number 9. First appearance of the oldest mutant ever. Spider-Geddon 1, 2, and 3. All for cover price. Couldn't pass them up. And speaking of which, first appearance of Spider-Punk for $3, which I was saying is like probably not going to be a long-term hot book. I can't imagine, but for $3, say, hey, I remember when that was a hot book. Kind of cool to have. Yeah, man, Craven's Last Hunt. It's a classic. I actually don't have the books. I don't know why I never picked them up. So I'm trying to hunt them down. They had the spectacular issues, but they were charging like $15 and they were raggy. Sleepwalker #1 because I love the '90s. A couple Alpha Flight books. The homage to 109 and the first appearance of Omega Flight. It's awesome Avengers cover just because I like Ghost Rider and I like prehistoric animals. And my third copy of Generation X #1. Then I was talking about, yeah, man, love that. I want to get it, put it with my 109. I was talking a little bit about Newsstand versus direct edition. What's your opinion on that? Because I was saying that, oh, nice. Sleepwalker #1, baby. Can't go wrong. I was saying that as far as newsstand stuff goes, like, if all else is equal, I'll take the newsstand because I know it's more sought after. But if the direct edition's even a little bit nicer, I'll buy a direct edition. Like, it doesn't matter that much to me. But I know some people are like really newsstand or bust. Yeah. Tony says anything newsstand I grab. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get it. It's just, it's not ever been my thing to like gravitate towards that. But yeah, condition for me is more important than if it's newsstand or not. Anyway, that's all I had for today. Like I said at the beginning, I was just going live more so out of laziness, so I don't have to edit the video than anything else. So got it in there. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. If anyone's watching this on replay, I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Reggie Simmons, another YouTuber who gave me some high praise last night in his live chat. I'll put his link in the description because if you're not following him, you got to follow him and follow Tony Sanders too. Both awesome YouTubers. All right. Thanks for hanging out. And as always, never turn your back to the ocean.